Hi guys, I'm not gonna talk a lot because it's quite windy and I don't want the wind to ruin um, my audio. So the first thing that I want to show you guys that I want to use right now, it's this rooting hormone powder. It's the Dina root, and I have honey. I have these white roses clippings that I cut off from where's that thing, when your roses start becoming like this, then you just cut off whatever small branch there is and plant that. And I also have potatoes to add more potassium. And my soil was a mixture of this compost and this outdoor potting soil, both by the Bark brand. And that's basically it. So I'm just gonna show you guys how I do all that without having to talk, because as I said, there's a lot of wind. So yeah. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is to cut your stem at an angle and dip it into the rooting hormone if you have. If you don't have, it still is not a problem, because you are going to be dipping it into the honey with on the potato. But then again, another thing of note is to make sure that your stems, they have got those leaves. You can cut off those leaves, but don't cut them too close, because you want where the leaf starts, that's where your new leaves are going to pop up. So make sure that your stems have got a few leaves. Even if you do cut them out, just make sure you do not damage that part where the leaves are, because right inside of where the current leaf is, that's where the new leaves are going to come out. So now it's time for watering. I'm gonna be using this Sibo organic plant food. Later on, I will be using rose care as my roses start popping up. But also I need to protect them for winter, because we are going into winter. It's already autumn, and I will get them protected during the winter months. Hi guys, so today we're in my garden and I want to attempt to make a compost bin. Yeah,
it's a Learn-as-you-go. This part is Learn-as-you-go. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of by the way, today is Tuesday. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of mishaps. I do believe in measuring more than once. Let me just say more than once, and cutting once. Measuring more than once and cutting once. So my thing, I actually have some roof sheets that I got. I'll insert the clip when I was loading my trailer from Joburg, from stuff that my mother-in-law gave to me, especially with outdoor pots, plant pots, because I mean, you guys know our house is nowhere near done, and so is the garden. It still needs a lot of work, and having to go and buy those stuff while she's getting rid of it didn't make sense. So she gave me those stuff. So I've got roof sheets that when she was doing roofing in the house were just offcuts, just small ones. So I'm gonna use 3 of those. I've already measured them. They measure 135 centimeters. So because I want to put this post on the ground, not too much, because I mean it's not something that's gonna be, maybe I shouldn't put it on the ground. I can just use, something to square it up nicely. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna put them on the ground. I think we'll see, but I'm gonna have these as my posts. I've got quite a bit of them here, and then the rest are just offcuts, which I can use for either squaring up, because as I said, my roof sheets are measuring a height of 135 centimeters, and I'm gonna use 3 of them, 2 on the side, 1 at the back, and then on the front of my compost bin it's just gonna be some wood slats, offcut wood slats, different sizes, just so it can cover the front. And then at the bottom I'm going to attempt to make a door where I will be able, once my compost is ready, I'm going to be able to pick from the bottom, because as you throw things over, it's the bottom first that gets over the years, obviously. Because, and then also, should I need to, because at that corner where I want to make to put this now, hence the reason why I've just decided not to dig onto the ground, so that the posts are on the ground, rather have them sitting on top. I am going to be able to move this around once the garden is done, because I also want to build a bigger shed there so that it can free up my outdoor room storage, because that's where I want to build out my stock up storage for pantry supplies, like your toilet paper rolls, basically all household goods that are non-perishable. And then free up my garage as well, because at the moment I have a single garage. We are planning on building another 2-car garage in front of the current one, which is going to make it a 3-car garage. So I'm going to build the shed in the nearest future, not so far off from now, probably in the middle of winter sometime. I already got a guy that is going to be doing that for me. So next to where the shed is going to be, my husband said he's gonna buy me one of those roof sheet oval type of raised beds. So I'm gonna put them there, because also we need to finish up the wall at the back. So once the wall is done completely all around, because we only managed to do it because you guys saw that the yard here is quite big, so we managed to do it in the front and on one side, and then between both my neighbors, we haven't done the wall. So we intend to do that this year sometime. So once that is done, that is when I can be able to get my raised beds and then move my garden from where it is currently, because in future that's where we want to put our in-ground pool. So my plan is to make a compost heap there, so that we can, whatever is left over, once I move I put up the raised beds, can be used. Can scrape it up and put it back into the raised beds. But the raised beds are just gonna be on the side of that shed, and also because I've got a lot of tools, you guys. I don't know if you have noticed. My garage is full of tools. But yeah, the raised beds are just gonna be on the side of the shed, and then along the wall on the other side of my neighbor, and then the rest of it is gonna come towards the rest of my other neighbor's wall, between that side, just along the wall, going not too close to the pool, but maybe somewhere behind the children's jungle gym. So but I'm gonna have sufficient gardening as well. I believe with the raised beds I'm gonna have much more gardening space than I currently have now, because he said they are like 3 meters by 1 meter. So that's gonna be ample, because just in the corner there, only the corner is gonna take 3 of those beds, and then maybe I'm gonna be able to put 3 more, which maybe in total I may have 6 of them, which makes it even much bigger than the current space that I have here. So I want to build that compost bin right now for me to be able to throw all my grass cuttings, my fruit scraps, my coffee bean scraps, because I'm using coffee beans when making coffee. I do use instant coffee once in a while, but my husband likes instant coffee, and my mother-in-law when she visits. But me personally, I'm a coffee bean type of person. So I'm gonna be collecting also those scraps, like food scraps and my coffee beans. The grass cuttings, I've already started collecting them. I need just what do you call this, leaves, as my my browns, because apparently the components that make up good compost, you need greens and also you need browns. So yeah, I'm just gonna build up that and be able to start making my own compost. So right now what I want to do, I want to measure the 150 and then cut, and then I'll take you guys along. I'm using my Info steel measuring tape. This is a 10-meter one. I also have another Info measuring tape in my car that I keep for if I've done some measuring and then I need to measure stuff at the shop. That's a tip for you guys. Always have a smaller type of measuring tape for when you want to start measuring stuff. So now let's get down to business. I just realized something. Why am I cutting 150 instead of 135? You guys, this is not on. So I'm just gonna measure 15 centimeters down from my initial 150. I'm pretty sure some of you were like, Sibo, why are you cutting 150 because you need 135? The mat is not meterizing. Sit. Sit. Give me, no. Sit. Give me paw. Good. Right down. 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 No. Down. No. Roll over. Roll over. Come. Roll over. Good boy. Yay. Good boy, my boyki. Okay. Come. Sit. Sit. Give me paw. Give me paw. Good boy. No. Sit. Stay. No. Stay. 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 It's paw. Woo, 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 woo. Good boy. Good boy, Robbie. Okay, mommy must work now.
A quick reminder, you guys, if you have a bigger yard than I have, you can make this on a bigger scale. If you have a smaller yard, like if you are maybe a tenant and you do have access to a garden, or rather an enclosed garden, you can make this type of compost bin and make it out with pellet wood slats, and just on a smaller scale though. Okay, this is how far I've gone with this. As I said, I'm just gonna do the 3 walls with the roof sheets like that, and that's the back, and this is the other side, and then this side I'm just gonna put the right at the bottom. I'm just gonna have that the door right there, somewhere there, just to swing either or on either side, and then the top I'm just gonna put wood slats, but making sure that my wood slats, it doesn't really whenever I throw on my clippings and scraps, it doesn't fall off. So there you have it, guys. You've seen how I managed to build this baby up, and now it is time to fill it up. It's just all the stuff that I mentioned, you guys, filling it up with scraps, your grass cuttings, your branches, if you're using coffee beans, you know, everything, cut box except for plastic, and you can't use things like meat or bones and stuff like that, no, but just your regular food scraps, your peelings, you can use those in your compost bin. But yeah, guys, thank you so very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider to subscribe and smash that like button. I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys.